I'm Andrew Jenkinson, the Caravan Expert, and welcome to my Caravan channel. Today I'm in a little compact tourer. I call them micro tourers, but it's actually called the Go Pod. And originally, the little Go Pod I got involved with in about 2004/5. When the first one came to the UK, I went down to Redline Caravan Centre, which is a very old established caravan dealership, and they were doing this caravan range called the Going, which was a very cheap touring caravan, and they were made by Pluma in Portugal. Pluma had been going since about 1964, but they started importing into the UK around about the 2000s. Now, what they did was to bring in this little unique GRP shell touring caravan, and they called it then the Cockpit. As soon as I saw this van, I thought this has got lots of potential. It was about 6.5k at the time, and you could spec it up as you wanted. Over the years, the Going Cockpit became the Go Pod. As the original company went into administration, then a new company was born who actually now produce just the Go Pod as it is, and obviously drop the Cockpit name. Now, these are a really niche tourer. This GRP shell, I think this retails around about 17.6. I'll put that up on the video after. And that includes things like an awning, TV aerial, little fridge in there, gas barbecue point, obviously mains electrics. There's no battery compartment as such. And also, you get a reasonably nice little tourer that you can tow virtually behind anything. In fact, I think the new Jaguar E-Pace, which is all electric, of course, which is the threat at the moment to the touring caravan, because a lot of these electric cars can hardly tow anything. The E-Pace I think could tow about 750 kilos, roughly at the top of my head. This comes in at below that, around about 650 I think. Again, I'll put this on the end of the video. So you can actually tow this with your electric E-Pace Jaguar. So, okay, the Go Pod, or the Go Pod, we want to still call it still. What's it like here now in 2021? Well, the Go Pod has evolved over the years, and it's become one of the little tourers that you'll see around on the road, and you'll see more on site. And it's great for people who are on their own, who can't, don't want a big caravan, but still want to get out. And with the awning on the back, it really makes this tour a lot bigger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you around this van, and that's not going to take too long, of course. And some of you may see my practical caravan video I did, oh, crikey, it would have been somewhere around about, I don't know, 2011, 2012 maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I was really impressed with that then. But have they done much to it? Well, no, they haven't. You can't really do much to these, apart from just tweak them. And 2021, we've got a new furniture finish. But anyway, another twaddle. Oh, please just one last thing is thank you for the subscribers. We're over the 800 mark now, and that's really, really good, and I'm really, really pleased about that. And I'm trying to get up to the 1,000 and beyond, obviously. And it's been great. I've had a lot of people coming on to me and asking for information on caravans, and some have bought caravans on basically what I've told about the van. Remember, I'm not here to sell you the caravan. I'm here to show you and give my views. Whether you want to buy one is entirely up to you. I'm not a salesman, so I won't go on about the good points all the time. I will tell you its disadvantages too. So without further ado, this little two-berth tourer, let's have a little review of it. You've seen the outside. Now let's go around the inside. Whew, glad I've got the wide handle on this one. Come on, let's have a quick look. Well, first of all, this is basically this tiny tourer. We're going to have a look, obviously, at this front lounge area. Now, it's really warm in here. They've got the heating on, and it's a whale heater. And there's two outlets down here. And, of course, at filling, to warm this tour up, it takes a matter of minutes. Now, there's storage under here. There's obviously a storage flap too. And also, this makes into a double bed, this area. Or you could have it as two single beds. Now, the mattresses, okay, they're nothing fancy, but they're relatively comfortable. They've not changed the mattresses in the years for a long time. Regarding the design of them, they've been the same sort of slab, what I call slab design cushions, and I think really they do the job, and they're fairly comfortable. You just put a cushion and sit on that if you want to. Obviously the front window here doesn't open, and storage way, as I say, you get some storage just under here when you lift this up. Now you'll notice they're not actually slats in there as such for the seat bases, but this comes out as slats for you to make your bed up, which is better than the old original ones, which used a table and a blocket and a piece of wood and all that business. Let's put that back down there. Now, obviously the front window, as I said, doesn't open up. Storage, you are a little bit limited above way, but you've got this shelf here. They've done what they can, and I do like these nifty, nice and easy to use little spot lamps for reading with at night. Also underneath you've got some little access flats, which are a little bit tiny in all fairness. There's a main socket there, but this is what you have to do. So it's got the old, and there's your electrics there. So you've got quite a bit of storage underneath there. You're going to remember, you are going to be travelling pretty light with this. Goes down. And it's very pleasant. Now, what they've done, they've done this new grey interior, which is optional for 2021, but I've got a feeling it may just stay for 2022. What we shall have to see. So we've got, as I say, we've got a mains plug down here, and for those heater controls, just forgive me while I sort of move around a little bit, the whale heater controls are down there. So that's it basically. But do you know what? It's a comfortable little, it's a lovely little tourist, you know, for if you're on your own, maybe you've got your dog, if you want to travel on your own with your dog, you know, there's probably enough room in here, no problem at all. And for two people, if you're organised, because don't forget, you get an awning with this to go on the back end. But anyway, more of that in a moment. Lighting, some more LED lighting up here, and of course, to actually give you headroom in the main area of the van, this is a pop top, and that does go up very easily, and up and down, and then you just put those straps and press them in to keep it down when you're on tow. So let's have a quick look at the kitchen area. So I'll take another shot onto that, but on the whole, this is quite a comfy little spot, and as I say, quite a bit of storage underneath there. Now, as you'd guess, there's not going to be an oven in here. Now, sure, you could take a microwave, you could put that in the awning bit, I suppose. But what they've done, they've improved the sink, they've done a better sink. It used to be a little small bowl in that little stainless steel bowl, which was a little bit sort of half as his attempt. You get two little burner there, there's no grill, and your little glass tops there to give you your bit of worktop, but there is this worktop here as well, which goes up. Now what you've got to remember of, I'm terrible at banging my head on things, is that when you go down in this bit, you've got to remember to duck. I think I'd have to have a sign on there, don't forget to duck, and I'll still probably hit it. Anyway, but this is a van you'd actually mould yourself into, it really would be. So hang on, we've got the shelf here, the little window here, LED lighting underneath, and we've got some pretty good storage beneath here too. Got some shelving and some more storage there, and some more storage beneath. In the original goings, the actual gas cylinder used to have to come inside, but that's now on the outside. That gas bottle holder on the front, well, yeah, it doesn't exactly do the styling much a lot of good, but then again, it's practical, so who are we to argue? On the whole, build quality, you can't really complain. It feels pretty much well together. I've seen old going cockpits out on the road there, and they're still going strong. So that is basically your kitchen. Quite a nice little surface thing on there, quite a nice finish. Yeah, what more can you say? Now, you might say, there's no fridge, and on my old video, I remember saying there's a fridge here, you can put your beer in or something daft. Well, there's a little fridge here now. It used to be a cool box that used to open the flap on the top here, but now they've actually put a proper little fridge there with a little freezer box in there, so you know this will run obviously on 12 volts when you're towing, and also I think it runs on Caravan gases, I'm not sure. It's a Dometic, I would think it will do, but I'd have to check. Very simple fridge. Bit of storage down here, bit more storage underneath, a little cupboard, and also what I did forget to mention actually, in here there's another main socket down the bottom end there, you can just see it. Right, so bit more work surface here, more LED lights underneath, more shelving here too, and of course you've got your little nifty control panel, 12 volt socket, and USB charging points, and for a TV aerial. And actually this is quite good. I've not seen this from Vision Plus, but no, I'll show you that in a moment. So let's just concentrate on this area. So the kitchen, for the size, is pretty practical. It's probably not a lot less smaller than you'd get in a small camper van, in all fairness. So, oh, it's getting really warm in this van. So this is how it is. Right, I'm going to show you the wardrobe, and it's best for me to go outside to do that, but to get the handle, because it is a bit tight. But you know, a compact little Tourer that could put people touring around for years to come and still tow it behind some electric cars. How about that? Because we don't know what's going to happen with that at the moment, do we? Manufacturers of caravans need to get together with manufacturers of cars, electric cars, and sort something out. Got your blinds there, so you got your one curtain there. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the wardrobe and the toilet. A toilet, you say? But why God, there's no toilet compartment. Yeah, well, you're right. There is no loo, but it still doesn't stop the GoPod having a loo. So look at this. You can just turn around. Everything's at hand. You don't have to go very far. Okay, I'm outside the van here, and this is your wardrobe. You've got a little mirror there. Just move the step a minute. And also, you've got your aerial socket just on the outside there. And what they supply is this. It's a little stick-on aerial on the side of the van by the excellent Vision Plus company, who literally do the status aerials, which are, to my mind, are the best aerials on the market. I've got a status aerial on my Tourer, and it obviously doesn't mean, you know, you can't have a normal status aerial up there, but you get this. Now, that's not going to probably pull you in lots of things, but it might just be all you need on site. A lot of sites these days have plumbed in TV, but you know, it could just be the ideal. Now, I said to you about that loo, didn't I? And here we are. And no, you don't have to crouch down and get in the cupboard. But here's the loo. And it's a little cassette loo. Obviously it's a little manual flush. But the idea is you've got that loo there in case of emergencies. And that means that you could sort of pop that into the awning at the back and use that during the night should you feel the need. So, I'm going to give you a little valuation of this Tourer, because I really love that little going caravan. I always have done since the cockpit. So let's have a quick chat. Well, I hear you say, is it any good? It's very tiny. Yes, it is very tiny. If you've been going around in a twin axle Tourer, then this is not for you. But if you've been tenting, or maybe you've got a small camper van, and let's face it, camper vans are not cheap to buy. This, you don't need a big car. You can tow it with a hybrid, and with your awning on the back, it doubles the space. It's a decent sized awning to go on the back. You've got all the amenities you want, and now you may think, hang on, when you take those shots on the outside, it looks a bit bland. Well, the trick is, what happens is when you buy your going, keep calling it going. It's a GoPod, come on. When you buy it, you can choose your decals to go on the side, your stripes. So you can actually have it a little bit customised to how you'd like it. And that's pretty damn good. So for the money, I think it's not a bad van at all. And I think you'll always find a little buyer for this van as well, for somebody who, again, wants a small Tourer, wants to downsize, but still wants to go out and tour around the continent or the UK. And I've seen plenty of these around on the road. I think they've done great with the grey interior. That's certainly given it a lift, because the darker wood is starting to look a tad dated. And this is the way things are going. Build quality is pretty good, not bad at all. Leaks, well, in theory, you shouldn't get much in the way of any leaks at all with this GRP shell. And what sort of people buy them? Well, single people, couples, people who have hobbies, whether it's fishing or whatever, they find this is absolutely ideal. And of course, the thing is, you can spec it up to include extra bits on it as well. On this model, I don't know if there's the hot water on that. I'll have to check that. Hot water has always been an optional extra. But if you want to go on a quick weekend away, literally throw your stuff in and off you toddle. It's that good and compact and easy. Value for money, well, that still is pretty good. Okay, it's getting up to £17,000 and that's not cheap. But having said that, it's got very little in the way of competition. And let's face it, when you've got your GoPod, you're quite unique and got a niche little Tourer there that actually sets people coming and having a look at your Tourer on site. There's been several on site when I've been away, parked up next to me. I've gone and had a conversation, you know, how do you like it? And everybody likes them, and they always say it strikes up a lot of conversation. So without further ado, I'm going to go. Please keep subscribing, please keep liking, please leave your decent comments as well, which you are doing, and please give me your feedback on this on this video and all the others. As I say, I don't sell, I'm not under any organisation. I'll tell you the pros and cons. This is a great Tourer. Yes, of course, it's not going to be any TARDIS inside. Yes, you are lacking an oven. Yes, you are lacking other things like sunroofs. I mean, in theory, that could actually happen. But at the end of the day, you get you pay your money, you get what you get. You know, you basically get what you're given. And I think this is still a great Tourer, but it's got lots going for it. Decent bit of storage too. Right. On that note, I'll leave you to it.